Malika. Right, now we met at Purple Cowie, didn't we? Just last week.
Yeah.
And so Malika, do you want to tell the camera what the problem is?
I could turn my neck this side, but I was really unable to turn my neck that side at all. But since I went to Janet last week, I'm still unable to turn it fully, but I can still do like at least that much now. So I was like really stuck. There was nothing.
And you also had a pain down here, didn't you?
And that pain has gone
down
that side. So there's only pain left there, and there's something kind of gripping me up here.
Yeah.
But I was actually, when I came to her last week, I couldn't even sit up properly. I was like all like there. Yeah.
So we got good results, but there was more that needed doing. So right, so we're going to need an extra spoonful of the purple powder. I'm going to explain now about the purple powder.
And I've started taking that as well.
Excellent.
And it gives me a lot more energy than I used to have. Like I used to, only do 4 hours of work and I'd just crash. But now I can do at least like 8 hours of work.
Brilliant. I'll pay you later for saying
Thank you so much.
I'll explain about the purple powder, because sometimes people come into an event, you walk in the door, we're putting something in your hand, you don't know what it is. All it is rice. It's purple rice, but it's very concentrated. It takes a pound of purple rice to make 1 teaspoonful of product. I've been on it it'll be 4 years in January. My hair's the longest it's been since I was 5. My hair would get to a length and then stop. My skin is amazing. Even my brother, that's a totally sceptical engineer, says you look 5 years younger. I think I look more than 5 years younger, but there we go. And what it does is it gives you energy. And I use it because if you've had a hard day at work and you're feeling a little bit knackered, that's going to make it hard for me as a healer shifting energy. Whereas if I can give you something that gives you almost immediate energy, certainly within 20 minutes, then it's going to make my life easier. Now, there's several different ways that the rice works. Number 1, it's got 8 essential nutrients in. These 8 essential nutrients are essential for human life. And what's happened is since the 1950s, in the 1950s, they messed around with the plant sterols. The plant sterols do 3 things. They make the fruit ripen, they make the fruit rot, they protect the fruit from disease. In the 1950s, with the advent of the supermarket, fruit was rotting on the shelves, and the supermarket owners couldn't bear the loss. So they messed around with the plant sterols. So the fruit you now found on your supermarket shelves, it's not ripe. Your apple is dry, flowery. It could be a year old, it could have been kept in storage for a year. When we used to grab fruit off the tree, it would dribble down your chin, and it was so sweet and so flavoursome. And even some of the organic produce has had its plant sterols messed with. And when you mess with the plant sterols, you remove those 8 nutrients that are essential for human health. Okay? I want you to think about your grandparents, and I want you to think about your health. I reckon in a lot of cases our grandparents had better health.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah? They were outdoors. Yeah? They didn't have all this processed rubbish, chips, chocolate, sweets, McDonald's, probably get into trouble for that one, or any other fast food. Everything was grown in the garden. They weren't spraying it with pesticides. Like a lettuce, they'll spray every 3 or 4 leaves. You're then ingesting that stuff and it's making us sick. Yeah? We have got a gazillion-dollar health industry, as in pharmaceutical drugs, and we're all sick. This is crazy. How many people do you know that are sick? Chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. When I remember being a kid, and I remember my grandma telling me that the lady next door, her daughter, worked with a lady who on her street there was somebody with cancer. Now our cancer rate is 31%. So there's something seriously wrong with either what we're putting in here or our environment. It's one or the other, yeah? And I think it's both, yeah? So as I work on you, Malika, we're going to see what results we get. The purple powder also builds, it's what's called a glyconutrient, and it builds the glycoforms on the surface of the cells. They're like tiny little antennae that the cell needs to let it know what it needs to do. Do I need to take in nutrition? Do I need to get rid of waste matter? Without those glycoforms there, your cells don't function as well. So it's a really, really special powder. But you never know what it's going to do for a person. So we have to just get you to try it, and then you tell us what it does. But it's giving you lots of energy.
It is.
Are you waking up feeling more refreshed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping more deeply?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great for sleep. Really good for sleep. Right, so let's see if we can't sort this out. Okay, God bless. And the last thing I want to ask you, Malika, about the purple powder, you're feeling yourself feeling a bit happier.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it does for
Yeah.
me. I mean, you can't put that on a product because advertising standards would jump on you, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
But for me, that's what I notice. I'm happier, I'm more upbeat. Now, Malika, I'm just going to ask, I know I asked you at Pulkokoe, but have you seen a doctor about this condition?
Yes, I have seen the doctor.
And what's the doctor specialist said?
The specialist couldn't work it out, so he's going to see me for for a CT scan, which is
Yeah.
like in October sometimes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so wait.
And so we're hoping that we're going to fix her before the CT scan even takes place. Now, what's happening for me is my fingers are now working on bone, and I know that because my fingers have started to go really cold. My thumb in particular on my left hand has gone really cold. It's a general rule, if my hands go warm, I'm working on muscles. If my hands go cold, I'm working on bone. And you'll feel my thumb's just coming to touch, you'll feel that feels quite cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's different surgeons who will come in tonight based on whoever's sat in the chair, what they need. So if there's somebody that needs a spine working on, the doctor will be a specialist in spines. So the doctor, the spirit world doctor working on Malika is called Dr. Oswaldo Cruz, and he specialises with any kind of paraplegia, anything wrong with the spine basically, he's your man. Cool. Now, what he's got to do, he's got to reverse an energy. So there's an energy at a very fundamental level that is curving or twisting in the spine, and he's got to reverse that. It's like undoing it, unravelling it. He doesn't really want to go against it too much, otherwise she could end up twisting the other way. That wouldn't be helpful. Now, what can you feel happening?
I can feel something pulling down again.
Yeah.
It's quite tight at the moment.
Yeah, cool. And how long have you had this for, Malika?
This happened back in 2017.
Yeah.
In November.
And how did it start? What was the first thing you got? Was it gradual or was it sudden?
Suddenly.
Sudden. Did you just wake up with it? Or was it?
I just went to work and then everybody noticed that I was looking that way, the other way.
Yeah.
And I personally didn't even know that I was looking, the wrong
Yeah.
way. I thought I was walking straight, but my face had turned like fully other way.
Yeah. like having a hammer and a chisel, you know, when you're sculpting, trying to take out energy from the vertebra. Now you just try turning again that side and see how that feels. We got a little bit further, didn't we?
Yeah, we got further.
That's
Yeah.
further than we did the other
Yeah.
night, so that's
Yeah.
really exciting.
I couldn't turn at all.
No.
See, I couldn't even see if you're sitting there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. And again, just try moving that way. Cool. Cool. And I'm just coming this way again. Cool. God bless. Now this one I may well be quieter for, just because, you know, I've worked on countless knees, back, shoulders, so I sort of know where they're going. This one I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing, and so I have to concentrate just a little bit more. But it's not me doing the healing, I just let them use my body as the instrument. God bless. Okay. Now Malika, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you keep your head facing the way it is, but just let your eyes go to the right as far as they can. That's it. And then when you're ready, let the head follow the eyes. That's it. You're doing really well there. That's it. Cool, and relax again. Relax again. How did that feel?
Good.
Yeah, cool. So all we're doing with this, some sports people do this. They understand the power of visualization and having a visual image of where you're going. But with this, what's happening is you turn your eyes as far as they can without turning the head. And you're just giving a couple of seconds for the brain to register that's where I'm going. And then you keep the eyes going and allow the neck to turn. So just try that again. So you let the eyes go as far as they can to the right, but not turning the head. And then you keep the eyes going to the right, but allowing the head to turn. How's that going?
Good.
Good. Cool. Cool. And then we're going to sit you back in the chair straight again. Because the other thing that can happen is the whole body can twist, and then we're getting like a distorted response. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing again, but this time with you not holding your breath. Apparently you were holding your breath that time. I don't know, I got my eyes closed. So what you do is you let your head be looking the direction it is. You let your eyes go to the right as far as they can. When they can't go any further, then you let your head turn. So your eyes are leading the way. Eyes are leading the way. I think you're doing really well. That's looking a lot better, is it? It is from where I am. It's like we're getting round and then it's coming back. Okay, cool. The surgeon's got to work on both bone and muscle. It's a combination of the two. Right, I'm just going to put my hands on your shoulders. Now, they never do any kind of manipulation because I'm not trained in anything like that. Okay. Now he wants you to do the same thing to the left, so let your eyes go as far as they can to the left, then let the head turn, following the eyes. And let your eyes go back to centre, let the head follow, let the eyes go to the right, let the head follow. Cool, and then relax again. Cool. And then movement down and up. How's that feeling?
Good.
Cool. Right. I'm just curious though, Malika, how long have you had to wait for this CT scan?
It's on October the 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long ago did they decide? Oh, yeah,
2-3 weeks ago.
2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. They've taken their time. You would think
It's
if you were a
too
doctor,
long.
and this started in 2017, you'd think the doctor would order that straight off, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's not right.
It's not, is it? It's not.
Yeah.
Not enough radiographers.
Yeah.
Not enough radiographers.
Not enough radiographers. Okay. A waiting list on it.
Initial interviews.
And we've not got, is it PET scans here in this country as well? I often hear people, they don't know if they've got cancer still or not because we can't get PET scans, they have to go to Australia. It's like, wow, I thought we were a civilised country, there we go.
Mm.
What did you say now?
Oh yeah, when somebody's got cancer, if I've got a client that we think they're clear of cancer, if they go back to the doctor can't tell them if the cancer's gone because in New Zealand we can't do a special test called a PET scan. And those people have to go over to Australia, sometimes at their own expense, and have a PET scan.
It
That's
is really frustrating for head cancer.
Yeah,
And I actually just had my first scan today
yeah,
that I've had since May. And he said, oh, I'm fine. And I'm not fine, I'm terminal. So he
Yeah.
just sort of said, oh, no, you're fine. I thought, what are you talking about? It's crazy.
yeah. So what kind of scan did you have today?
Last week.
Yeah,
I
oh,
had
that's-
CAT scan.
A CAT scan, yeah. So this one's called a PET scan,
Yeah, I never
and
heard
it will let you know if there is cancer still there. So the story was I had a young girl with an 8 centimetre tumour in here, and she was only young, she was only 16 or 17, and what happened was the spirit surgeon told me that at the healing I needed a mum to be present, and I needed to photograph the healing. And this is years ago, so it was the first healing I ever photographed. And when we looked at the photographs, not immediately, because I was expecting a great big shaft of light or, you know, a figure to be from the photographs. It was nothing so obvious. You've got a phone just like mine. I'm over my phone, not turning off it. Need to heal the phone.
Might be something on the side of it. You know,
There you go.
slide
Yeah, so this young girl, they told me that all cancer had been removed. Now I'm very responsible. So I said this to the young lady in front of the mum and said, look, now I've only got this invisible being's word for it that all the cancer has been removed. You now need to go back to the doctor and check if it has. Because that's me being responsible, yeah? And she came back and she said, the doctor says he doesn't know. I'd need a PET scan. So they got one, it cost 2,000, and they went to Australia, got the PET scan. They kept her in from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. She rang me about 3 saying, are you sure you've got this right? They're running more tests. They're running more tests. I said, look, they've told me it's all gone. Sure enough, when the results, she had to wait 3 weeks for the results. And while she was waiting, she left home, this young girl with cancer, and went to live with a boyfriend in Wellington because she loved it then. And she wanted, if she was dying, if she got the cancer or not, she wanted to enjoy what time she got.
Yeah.
She was clear. She's gone on to have 3 kids. But without that happening, she would have had radiotherapy and she would have possibly lost the ability to have children. And so that's why, in that instance, Spirit World was so insistent, you're in the clear, everything's gone. Sometimes it's not so clear, sometimes it's a bit ambiguous. But I'd never be irresponsible and say, look, cancer's gone. I always say, look, they're telling me that you're clear, but you must now go to see the doctor because the doctor is the only one that can give you the all clear. I can't. I can pass on the message, but you've got to go back to the doctor. Now, what can you feel happening at the moment?
Like I can feel like warm on the side.
Yeah. Now, the pain across the front, is that still there?
Slightly tighter across here.
Slightly tighter there. Okay, so I'm just going to work on that as well. And I'm sure I would have said to you a little mantra about I see things from all angles and all sides. Yeah, I see things from all sides and all angles. You tell yourself that, your body starts to believe it. I love seeing things from different angles. No one perspective is ever the absolute truth. All perspectives have value. I love finding new ways of seeing things.
Oh my God, I couldn't do this.
Yeah. How's it feeling?
I couldn't even do that.
Yeah. And I heard a click then. That's
Yeah.
that's actually a
You've done
good
it
click.
quite fast.
Yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God.
That's good. It's good. I'm just having some more water.
The nose and
There's
thing.
hope. There's hope.
There's
Yeah.
hope. There is so much hope.
Mm.
Oh my God.
So the clapping happens when they find a little pocket of energy that needs dispersing. You think of yourself as a physical form. You are also spirit, invisible, vast, not limited to this, where this skin ends. You can feel how the energy in the room feels, and I don't just mean temperature, I mean in terms of good energy, alive. Right, that's feeling pretty good to me now. We've still got a way to go,
Yeah.
but for this session,
Yeah.
that's quite a shift again, eh?
Yeah. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
You're welcome. Give her a round of applause.